Hi everybody and welcome to our latest installment of GCB TV. I'm Linda Ness, the Regional Manager with the German Convention Bureau. I'm based in New York. Today I am joined here with Kristina Kastelan from the Nürnberg Convention Bureau, and she is going to give us a little bit of an overview, a little taste of what Nuremberg has to offer. So Kristina, welcome today. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Linda, and thank you for having me. I'm Kristina. I'm working for the Nürnberg Convention Bureau. I am your first point of contact if you're planning a meeting in Nuremberg, and I'm very excited to be here today. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, let's dive right in. Where is Nuremberg? Where is it located?
So for those who might not know, it is in the southeast of Germany, in the northern Bavaria. That means between Munich and Frankfurt, and it's actually the center of Europe, or the heart of Europe, as we used to say. And it is the second largest city in Bavaria with more than 500,000 inhabitants.
What is the easiest way for visitors to come to Nuremberg and visit your options, your meeting options?
So since it is in the center of Europe, it is very easy to reach. So we have an airport, an international airport, which is called Albrecht Dürer Airport, and is linked to all the major hubs in Europe. It has 62 non-stop connections, and what is rather uncommon in comparison to other cities, it takes only 50 minutes from the airport to the city center, and this is quite good.
So let's get to the meeting portion of Nuremberg. What can meeting professionals expect when they have their function in Nuremberg?
Well, usually when I'm talking to meeting planners, they are always surprised by the diversity of Nuremberg as a meeting destination. So it is quite known as a trade fair city, and we have international leading trade fairs. But even when talking of smaller sized events, we are attracting numerous events in the top branches of trade like medicine and health or financial services also. And that's mainly due to our meeting destinations or locations, because we have a wide range of them, and they have capacities up to 12,000 attendees, and we're hosting yearly around 33,000 events with more than 1.7 million participants, which is quite good, I think. And what they can find as locations in Nuremberg is, for example, conference hotels, sure, event locations, or as well conference centers, and they are covering historic venues or even industrial and modern locations, or just unique spots such as Kristina.
So you mentioned the castle as well as the Congress hotels that are options. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Nürnberg Convention Center also?
So you already know about the importance of Nuremberg as a trade fair city, because we do have leading international fairs. So the Nürnberg Convention Center is actually state of the art, and they do have 15 halls with more than 170,000 square meters of exhibition space, and they are actually one of the leading trade fair companies worldwide with more than 170 national and international fairs. And they're also known for their eco-friendliness, so especially the newly inaugurated Hall 3A is outstanding in that point. So they even won a prize for that, which was the first prize for an exhibition company worldwide.
Would you say that sustainability is a big factor in Nuremberg and having your meeting there?
Yes, indeed. So actually we do have a general awareness of sustainable issues throughout the whole city. We are an official eco-city, and we were very honored to be elected Germany's most sustainable city in 2016. And it's no wonder that we are hosting Biofach, which is the leading fair for organic food, every year at the Nürnberg Convention Center.
So Nuremberg has all the traditional meeting spaces, but what would you say kind of sets Nuremberg apart from the rest of Germany with non-traditional space options?
Well, we do have an impressive history in Nuremberg, mostly all related to our landmark, the Imperial Castle. The castle is towering the old city center with cobbled streets and half-timbered houses, all these romantic medieval theme. But it is as well a modern city with all the cultural highlights. For example, the Germanisches Nationalmuseum. It's the largest museum of cultural history in the German-speaking world, and that's only one of the numerous museums in Nuremberg. Well, apart from these medieval testimonials, Nuremberg is also known as a city of industrialization, mainly because of toys and pencil production, but as well for locomotives. So the Adler, which is German for eagle, was the first locomotive which was successfully used for the commercial rail transport of passengers and goods in Germany, and it ran actually from Nuremberg to Fürth. Nevertheless, we do have also a difficult history because Nuremberg played a very important role during the World War II. And it's somehow, because of that, the birthplace of international criminal justice or human rights. And today we are home to the documentation center, former Nazi party rally grounds, or the memoriam for the Nuremberg trials, and the International Nuremberg Principles Academies. And we are very proud that the city of Nuremberg is hosting every second year the International Human Rights Award as well.
So history apart, what is it like living in Nuremberg today?
Well, you should not get the wrong impression of Nuremberg. So there's history, but there's a very urban lifestyle too. We do have a lot of lively events all year round. Our world famous Christmas market, for example, or the Blue Night, which is a long night of art and culture in May. And there's something going on all the time, especially during summer. And last, I would like to mention as well our culinary highlights, because everybody likes to eat, and we're very famous for our beer and the gingerbread and the sausages. But what you might not know is that we're actually the epicenter of the German whiskey scene too.
So Nuremberg definitely seems to have a really cool city vibe. Well, what sets it apart on a business standpoint?
True that Nuremberg is a city of history and tradition, but there's as well a lot of innovational and inventive spirit in the city. So you're all familiar actually with the MP3, which kind of revolutionized the music scene, and it actually was invented in the Fraunhofer Institute in Nuremberg. So not a lot of people know that, and that's quite a good example. And that's just one of the many other patent applications coming from Nuremberg. And this is especially due to the good network of our unis and the research institute with the local industry. So they are very ideal circumstances for stimulating future markets. And the business structure itself is very diverse. So Nuremberg and the region are home to more than 160,000 companies, and they are generating a gross domestic product of 114 billion euros. And they have actually an export share of 50%. We have a high share of people working in the IT sector, actually the highest share in Germany. But on the other hand, there's still a lot of people working in the manufacturing industry too, but mostly in sectors requiring in-depth knowledge. And second, our so-called Medical Valley is actually the only leading-edge medical technology official cluster in Germany. And in this Medical Valley, we have more than 500 companies working on solutions like diagnostic imaging or intelligent sensors, healthcare IT, and so on. And this is really our field of competence, the medical and healthcare. But apart from that, I already mentioned our historic imprints, and such as human rights or sports, and we do have as well another niche fields of competence, we say, in these areas, so the toys or pencils, etc. And either we are hosting leading fairs in these specific fields, or we do have the headquarters of the companies. That's what we are excellent in, and this is what brings the conferences and meetings to Nuremberg. And that shows perfectly that Nuremberg has a perfect merge of a vibrant historical atmosphere and as well a thriving and innovative economy.
So that all seems like Nuremberg is the perfect fit for a meeting planner. How do they get started bringing their meeting to you?
They can always refer to the NürnbergConvention Bureau as a first point of contact, because we are constantly communicating with the venues or the companies in Nürnberg Convention Center, and we do have a good contact as well with the City of Nuremberg's economic department. So you should try us and call us, and we can make almost everything possible.
Thank you, Kristina. Absolutely give Kristina and her team a call if you need any more information generally about Nuremberg or how to bring a specific meeting there. We will also have a whole presentation for download available right below this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Kristina or to myself. We hope you learned a little bit more about Nuremberg. Kristina, thank you so much for joining me today, and have a good day. Thanks.